Kalei Lee writes, how do you see the World of Warcraft game affecting the eventual success or failure of the Warcraft movie? At its peak, WoW had about 12 million players, and Blizzard Entertainment had a great deal of goodwill from the larger gaming community, but they've been having an undeniable decline in recent years. By the time the movie releases, they may have recovered or completely fallen off a cliff. But how do you see it affecting the movie either way?
I honestly see it affecting it zero, absolutely zero. The question is not what will the current popularity of World of Warcraft have towards the results of the movie. It's about how popular has it been? Because the nostalgia factor of people like me, I actually just reloaded World of Warcraft. I've been playing it again. But the nostalgia factor for people like me who 6 and 7 years ago was literally sitting at my desk with a loaf of bread, a jar of peanut butter, and a big 2-liter empty bottle of Coke so I wouldn't have to go to the bathroom. So I would never actually have to leave my computer thing and be there for 9 hours a day. What? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
You were that guy from South Park.
I kind of was.
I've just destroyed you.
I got to get up my tank. Okay, so the question is really about how popular was it? And it was incredibly popular. So a big resurgence right now, I don't think we'll have that big of a difference. A big decline right now, I don't think we'll have that big of a difference. It's that it has been big and huge. It will spark with a certain number of people a nostalgia factor. They're going to be dying to see it. But here's the key thing too. Even if it was still 12 million subscribers and people playing the game, if every single one of them went out to go see the movie, the average ticket price in America right now is about $9.10. Let's round up to $10. That only means $120 million at the box office. That is not enough for a movie like Warcraft. It needs to go beyond that. And I believe a movie like Warcraft, being directed by the director that it's got, being acted in by the actors that it's got, and in the genre that it's in, I believe it can be a great success combined with the nostalgia factor of the game from ages past. So I don't think that big of a difference right now, Mark.
Yeah, the popularity of the Warcraft game right now isn't as big of a factor as it is that the Warcraft film be able to separate itself from just marketing to the fans. You have to hit a wider demographic if you want the movie to do well. You need to see the movie poster and think, well, I never played Warcraft. I've heard of it. I'm intrigued to see this movie on its own legs. So I saw a trailer I really liked. I saw a clip I really liked. I really like Duncan Jones as a director. I want to see his vision of this. I, myself, huge Magic the Gathering fan. I have a land destruction deck that'll beat the crap out of your stasis lock deck. If they made a Magic the Gathering movie, I'd be first in line to see it. But I would worry about a Magic the Gathering film being able to cater to people outside of my realm, okay? No pun intended. So that's what you have to do with Warcraft. That's what they didn't do with something like Final Fantasy or like Super Mario Brothers, because they couldn't get past the fact that it's just a video game movie. It's got to be more than just a film based on the video game. It needs to stand on its own merit.
Did you know that they're actually developing a Magic the Gathering movie?
I did, but I don't want to get excited about it because I keep hearing it's in development, then it gets being pushed back, and it's the same fear with Warcraft. It's like, okay, well, maybe the fans of Magic the Gathering aren't what they used to be, or the fervor isn't what it once was, so let's get this thing made.
I used to have a white-blue deck. Anyway.
Video games expand and contract all the time. I actually played the old Warcraft where it was an overhead map where I'd have like some
real-time
of my
strategy game.
Yeah, I'd have my guys chopping wood, and then I'd also be researching death and decay so I could crisp my enemies. And
that's where StarCraft came from. StarCraft just came from that.
Yeah. So I mean, I love the original Warcraft, but it helped destroy my company because I basically linked all of the people who worked for me, and we would all just chop wood and get gold, and it wouldn't do jobs. And it was like, I was like, I guess I'd better leave Chicago. It was one of the reasons.
I had to leave a town.
Yeah, Warcraft destroyed me. No, it was one of the reasons though that I was like, hey, you know what? I had a small animation company, and all of us were playing Warcraft, so we got to stop. All of it's got to stop. And I didn't play video games for like 7 years after that.
I wonder how many stories like that are like Magic the Gathering. Like, man, I had this great black deck. I was killing everything in sight. Then I had to leave Cincinnati. Just got too intense.
Things just got too weird. I had double-headed ogres with research like blood spells and stuff, and I couldn't pay rent. Like reality happened, and I was like, you're fired, I'm leaving. Didn't really happen like that.
Internet bill's the last thing to go.
That's the last thing. You're playing at the very end, like no food. You're just like, a couple more ships. I got to build two more demons. Yeah. I myself personally am really looking forward to Warcraft for the story content, and I know a lot of
Jones, man.
Duncan Jones, Love Moon. I was okay with source code, but I'm really looking forward to it. I like where he's coming from as far as like with what he said about this film. I like the look of the film, and I think it's going to be way more than just playing a game. And I think they're definitely going to hit on all the things that like current Warcraft gamers like yourself like. I'm sure that's going to be there. Myself, having only like done it like, you know, maybe like 15 years ago. I've never played it since. So I know it looks cool. I've watched other people go on raids, and I'm like, I feel that oh man. It's like then I have to leave.
Like
I'm
you're Paul Newman in the
no,
Color
I
of
know.
Money.
It's
Like,
literally
I used to be okay at this.
in there.
no, I have to stop myself. So Warcraft the movie is going to be my game. So I can't wait.